Whether you're a male or female, we all faced with competition. I'm going to tell you how to beat that competition. How you guys doing? Thank you so much for tuning in to Transition Tuesday. I am yours truly, James Cotton, former OSU football player, NFL player, all of that great stuff, man. I got a great show lined up for you today. But first and foremost, I'd like to thank my guy, Bobby Stover, man. This guy has been an unbelievable patron. He orders some things online, and he's just being a supporter of our free football camp for children with special needs. So I encourage you guys all to become members. The link will be in the description below. I got you covered, but I need you guys to chip in and help us out. We doing free camp for children with special needs. So let's hop right on into it. I love to talk about competition. I'm a competition-aholic, man. I love competition. My daughters, kids, everybody's racing whenever we get a chance to go outside and play. But I want to know, who do you guys think your real competition is? I could tell you, your real competition is yourself. You have to win those battles with yourself, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. That's who you're in competition with, yourself. I cannot tell you guys how much I have learned over the years on my self-discipline and me being able to challenge myself. And that is my biggest pleasure, is attaining my goals and just letting you guys know that it's not easy to do, because if it was, we all would be masters at it. But what I really like for you guys to understand is your ego is going to give you so many surprises, man. You're not going to even know that, wow, am I an egomaniac? What am I? What am I doing? Like, how can I defeat my own ego? Sometimes you got to put pride aside and understand that it's up to somebody else to lead the way sometimes. But you got to put your ego aside in order to transition smoothly. So how do you defeat your bad habits? Habits are a pattern. What I like to say is we have to create good habits. We have to create bad habits. You want to maximize and put all your attention on focusing on creating good habits for yourself, because once those bad habits creep in, then it's going to be hard to get rid of them. A bad habit is like smoking. We all know that smoking is unhealthy. Understand that when you create those bad habits, your good habits are really hard to form. So let's stay disciplined on creating good, solid habits that we could do day in, day out, repetitive, over and over again, because that's how you create good habits. But that's what it's going to take to win versus yourself, because it's not you versus everyone else. It's you versus yourself. Next, we talking about self-doubt. Sometimes self-doubt creeps in there, and you have to realize that, wow, I am in this by myself. Like, who do I depend on? When you're doubting yourself, that's when all of the negative thoughts come in. I like to call it the guy that pops up and it sits right there on your shoulder and be like, this is a good opportunity for you to do something illegal. This is a good opportunity to try and get over on somebody. Then you got that good positive thought that kicks in and say, hey man, let's start from square zero. Let's take a deep breath. Let's get everything under control. And so you got this collision of good versus evil, and that's where the self-doubt creeps in. But you have to have a championship mindset to where you have to cancel that self-doubt, because you're the only person that's going to get the job done. You have to look at it like that. When your back is up against the wall, you have to come out swinging, and that'll get all of that self-doubt to dissipate once you translate all of that negativity into positivity. And next, when we're going up against ourselves, there are going to be so many distractions. All of the distractions that come from women to money to all of the egotistic things that come along with society. Pandemic, that's a distraction. Like, what are you doing to stay focused? If you want to be successful, you have to focus in and understand that You're in competition with yourself. You're not trying to prove anything to anybody. You prove it to yourself first, and then the non-believers will buy into what you're talking about. So let's get rid of all of the distractions that may be on your plate. Let's clean that stuff off. Let's focus in. Let's refocus. I can't tell you guys enough. I won a championship on a professional level by refocusing. I had lost focus during the middle of the season. Then I refocused and said, you know what? I have to do everything I need to do within my job to make my team better. I focused on myself. So I'm encouraging you to do the same thing. Here's one of my favorites is procrastination. Procrastination will creep up on you and it'll help you not get your goal accomplished. None of us want that to happen. So let's not procrastinate. Let's not wait to the last minute. When you procrastinate, that's when you become late. And that becomes a bad habit. Like we talked about a little bit earlier, we got to get rid of those bad habits, create those good habits. And procrastination is one of them because you think, oh, I got plenty of time. This is the thing. We don't have as much time as we think. And when this pandemic occurred, it seems that everybody had a lot of time on their hands. And now, what did you do with that time? Did you procrastinate during the pandemic, or did you maximize the opportunity? So let's maximize these opportunities and kill that procrastination. So next, the knowledge to neglect to learn. This is a huge one for me. When you neglect to learn, you're neglecting to feed your brain food. Your brain needs food. Your brain needs positivity. Your brain needs all of the resources it needs to get to the next level. I'm telling you guys, knowledge is power. And when you become powerful, you become knowledgeable. And I'm not telling you to learn every single thing because it's impossible. But if you learn a little bit about a lot of things, it makes yourself much more easy to talk to. It makes yourself much more well-rounded. And you could give advice to other people. But do not pretend that you know everything, because that's a turnoff, huge turnoff. And I want you guys to be successful. I want you guys to build your networks. I want you guys to promote positivity. So let's learn, and continue to learn, because knowledge is power. Now here's one of my all-time favorites is, the unhealthy food you're consuming will deteriorate your body fast and furious. So what I'm saying is, what you put into your body is what you're going to get out of it. So if you're putting fuel into your body, and I'm talking about fruits, vegetables, eating salads, getting the right amount of sleep, hydrating, all of these things help your brain function at a high level. And when our brain is functioning at a high level, we're able to attain some things. We're able to attain our goals. But if we're putting negative mindsets, negative thoughts into our mind, if we're putting weed, marijuana, cocaine, drugs in our system, that's going to slow our body down. If we're eating sugary snacks and we're not taking care of our bodies from an eating standpoint, you're not going to be successful. I mean, it's been written, it's been proven time and time again. So let's be healthy. And last but not least, negative behavior that you're nurturing, let's get rid of it. Plain and simple. In conclusion, all of the negative input that you put in your brain, you have to think of your brain as a filter. That's so easy. You have to guard what you put in between your ears. So you are in charge of the information you consume, nobody else. If you allow yourself to look at negativity, somehow your brain is going to reproduce that negativity. But if you allow your brain to look at positivity, if you allow your mindset to change, if you look at the world differently and understand that the world isn't going to change, you have to change in order for the world to change. So that's it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you so much. If you guys want to get a cool t-shirt, the merch link is linked below. This was therapeutic for me. Hopefully this was therapeutic for you guys. Make sure you guys subscribe, get notified. I'm available on all my social media platforms. Again, thank you guys for all being members to our Patreon page. It helps our free camp for children with special needs. So next week, I will see you guys later. Peace.